Hi, numerologist community, and welcome back to another episode of Full and New Moon series with me and Kelly Fox. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Rose.
Thanks so much for joining us once again. Now, we're well and truly done with eclipse season now, which I think a lot of people are thankful for. But we're jumping straight into a new moon in Cancer on the 9th of July. So what's in store for this one?
Okay, so a new moon in Cancer is all about nurturing and mothering and caretaking of those that we love. That's the theme. And so this new moon in Cancer is a lot more intense than what it usually might be. And I'll talk about that in just a minute of why, and I'm going to screen share the chart of this new moon in Cancer. So new moons are all about new beginnings and new cycles. And so anybody who's watching who is a Cancer, this is your annual new moon, which means this is the start of your brand new personal cycle until next year when there's the new moon in Cancer again. And so new moon in Cancer, new beginnings, new cycle. So if any of us are looking to make any change, regardless of what zodiac sign we are, this is a wonderful time to do it, especially if you're a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, around home and family with new beginnings. And so new moons, when the sun and moon come together, and, we can't always see what's in front of us or what's ahead or what's coming with the new moon, because if we look up in the night sky, we see the dark sky with the stars. We don't see the moon. And so that's representative or a metaphor for us here on Earth. It's like something is there, something is coming, but we can't quite see what it is just yet. And so it will be relating to home and family, anything domestic, anything about ancestry or roots or where we come from or who we are. The other thing that's really a great use of this energy, regardless of what sign you are, is financial decisions. Because it's a new moon and because it's a new moon in Cancer, the energy of Cancer is initiating and new. So, the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. And so they're all about trend setting and new directions and new ways of being. And you couple that together, Rose, with the new moon, and then you've got this double emphasis on new. I feel like I've said new about 20 times so far in a minute. So it really is about new beginnings around home and family, particularly for the water signs. I'll say it again: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you are a cardinal sign, and that's Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, the new beginnings are there. There just might be a little bit of friction or tension that comes about with these new beginnings. And the reason for that, actually, I should screen share to show you the chart. It just makes it a whole lot easier when you can visualize it and see it.
Absolutely.
So the reason why this new moon here, you can see the sun and moon conjunct. That's a new moon. The reason why it might be a little bit more challenging this time is because it is opposite Pluto, planet of change and transformation. But Pluto is also the planet of control and manipulation. So what this represents is, here are the new beginnings around home and family, but there might be someone that's opposed to us that's actually trying to control something or manipulate something behind the scenes. And the reason being, remember, when it's a new moon, we can't see what's in front of us. And so that's representative here in the chart. We can't see what's in front of us. We might not be able to see that someone else is pulling the strings. And unfortunately, it is Pluto. And the mythology of Pluto is that he wore an invisible helmet. So here's a double dose of invisibility, that we can't see what's in front of us right now. It's definitely there and it's swirling around. We just can't quite see what that is. But the good news is, this new moon is forming a very nice opportunistic sextile to Uranus, planet of the unpredictable or the unexpected. So there could be some nice things that we hadn't planned on coming about with this new moon. So here's one thing: somebody might be pulling the strings or trying to control us or being in control with the new moon in Cancer. But there might be some unexpected, like really good outcomes that come with that. The other thing that's going on here is there's a very, very nice trine from the new moon to Neptune. So this is very good for trusting our instincts and our intuition right now. Now, this new moon in Cancer will bring about really big emotions because, any major lunar phase like a new moon or particularly a full moon, it really emphasizes our emotions. And the moon is the ruling planet of Cancer. So here's another double dose of, this time it's big emotions that come about. So this is about increased psychic ability and awareness from the new moon with a very nice trine to Neptune. And then a very nice opportunity comes about with a sextile to Uranus, planet of the unexpected. So it's, on one hand, we've got to take care with letting others control and manipulate, but we might not be able to see who's actually pulling our strings right now. But if we trust our instincts and ask for guidance, and we might just get the insight we're looking for in unexpected ways. Now, I'll go through what it means, not for each of the signs, but each of the grouping of the signs with this new moon chart. So as I said, for the cardinal signs, it's very much, the cardinal signs being Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, it's very much about wanting those new beginnings, but not quite seeing what they are just yet. And it could come with some friction or tension, particularly with this opposition to Pluto. So it's very much about, don't be afraid of new directions, but also have all the facts at hand while trusting your own instincts to move forward. Now, for the fixed signs, and that's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, the fixed signs, I'm looking here, I'm distracted with Venus and Mars conjunct in Leo, which I've been looking forward to for a really long time, just for all of the zodiac signs. But Venus and Mars, Venus is a planet of love, Mars is passion. So when you see the two relationship planets coming together, and in Leo, which is a sign, a big sign, a big confidence sign, romantic, lots of fun. So for the fixed signs, there could be some romance that's on the horizon here at this time with the new moon as Venus and Mars come together. But the thing is, they oppose Saturn. There's always something in astrology.
Always.
So it's like we want to have all this fun, that we can see the potential there. The carrot is dangled in front of us, but we have to take care of our responsibilities. That's what this is all about. So it's like the new moon will bring these really great opportunities for big emotions. And that doesn't mean negative. It just means big emotions. But it's sort of like chores before fun. Before we can go and, enjoy this Venus-Mars conjunction, we've got to take care of stuff first. And then for the mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The hookup between the new moon forming this amazing trine to Neptune is very much about, for the mutable signs, intuition is firing. It's sort of like you can read people's minds at this time. So make the most of it, and trust your instincts. That's really the big message here for the mutable signs. It's like, trust your instincts. With Jupiter, recently turned retrograde in Pisces, it's about having care and compassion, not just for ourselves, but for other people, and knowing where we fit. So for the mutable signs, take care with excess as well, because if you give and give and give too much of yourself, there's nothing left. So it's about finding that balance. And that's what the opportunity comes about with this new moon in Cancer is emotionally, we might be feeling excessive, but really it's about bringing things down a bit and trusting our instincts and knowing that if we have these long-term plans that Saturn is showing us, as well as Pluto, things can really come about. It's just about really having patience and perseverance.
Kelly, I love looking at these the charts with you. There's always so much to unpack. What I wanted to ask you was some of those planets that we spoke about just then that were aspecting this new moon are retrograde. And retrograde always sparks fear in people's minds. Is it of any significance, and do we need to sort of take extra care or know anything extra about the planets when they're in retrograde like this?
Well, when the outer planets are retrograde, it's not such a big deal as when, say, Mercury or Venus, even Mars retrograde. So the inner planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars being retrograde compared to the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, it's very, very different. Usually it's not a big deal because the outer planets are retrograde about nearly half the time of their cycle. So it's not such a big thing, but there's different ways to read an astrology chart. And when I used to, give lectures at astrology conferences, one of my topics I used to teach for years was, past lives and karma and how to read that in a chart. And the retrograde planets were part of that curriculum. And so what it means with retrograde planets is from the past or past life. And so reading a retrograde planet in this instance, just when I'm talking about the new moon, it doesn't really make such a big difference. But if we want to dig deep into more meaning, we can certainly say that, that planet, let's look at Pluto, for example, being opposed from the new moon. And it's very much about something from the past or somebody from the past. If it's not this lifetime, a prior lifetime, pulling the strings, and the new moon, which offers a new direction, while we trust our instincts and brings unexpected opportunities from Uranus, it could be very much about, something from the past resurfaces, and we're able to use that as an opportunity to go in a new direction that we might not have planned on previously. So that's sort of the long-winded answer to, we could look at that, but typically an outer planet, when it's retrograde, it's not such a big deal because it is retrograde for, half the time. But yes, we can certainly look at that and incorporate that interpretation, into the reading.
Awesome. All right, Kelly, thank you so much. I always love sort of having this conversation with you because everything that we talk about seems to always resonate with me. And I hope our viewers, it kind of resonates with them. Just before we came on, I was telling you that I have to move house, and I actually have to move house on the 9th of July. So, yes. I'm a water sign. So, new beginnings in family and home, sounds good to me.
Wow. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you so much. All right, Kelly, we'll speak to you next time where we'll be talking about the full moon in Aquarius on the 24th, 25th of July. I'll see you soon.
Bye, Rose.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more readings and forecasts every single week. Head to the description now for your free numerology reading and to view our latest blogs.